I'm an allergic physician from India, and I also practice nursing here in US. I am a master's in medical sociology and practicing Ayurveda from last 15 plus years. Today my topic was integrative approach to skin condition. Though it was a discussion panel, but since we lost one of the speakers, I'm just going to this. Okay, I've not prepared anything special for it, but I surely want to say the skin is the most underestimated organ from the medical point of view. The medical practitioners don't use skin as a whole lot for the medicine. They use library patch for sure. They use diclofenac. I think you guys know that. But they don't treat the whole disease with the skin. While Ayurveda, as a whole, on the other end, we use the skin for treating the whole disease, like rheumatoid arthritis, or any type of cut bursting, any type of jam bursting. We are treating the whole disease with using skin only. Nasya. This is an extension of the skin. Nasya therapy, which we do in Ayurveda. The nasya goes into the nasal passage, and the nasal is called an extension of the skin in Ayurveda. Though we have mucous membrane in it, but still it's the best absorption from where we can reach to the brain, according to Ayurveda. The second thing which I want to talk about is the skin is the place of Prajit Pitta. We all know that, and Prajit Pitta affects the quality of the skin and how it looks, how the consciousness works on it, and everything. Skin is not only the protective organ, we all know that. It is also a sensory organ, it is also an emotional organ. We use therapeutic touch to treat the patients. So the patients are usually treated by the touch also. And there is a new science which is coming up called as the psychocutaneous science, which is talking about skin and brain axis. And we are trying to do some approach with more researches on it, in which they can connect the skin with the brain and can treat the psychic diseases with the help of the skin. So since we all know that the skin affects so many, even the touch, even the temperature, pain, anything you talk about, they all goes to the skin. So the skin is surely a main organ which is very much underestimated in medical sciences. I have not been specialized in skin diseases or skin disorders, but whenever I have worked with a patient who came to me for the skin disorders, I have always got success in it. I have a patient here, it's not my patient, but he surely wants to share his journey for the skin disorders which he has gone through and how he recovered from it. He surely wants to share his journey. So, thank you, sir. You.
Hi, my name is Dinesh Patel. So it's 35, 40 years ago, I started with sciatic So that's hereditary. My grandfather had it, my father had it. So I started getting deformations and skin issues all over the body. And my background is pharmacy. So originally I was on methotrexate for 10 years, Zolpidem for 10 years, steroids for 10 years maintenance, to the point where the cum dose for methotrexate was 1.5 grams and they wanted to do a liver biopsy. That's when I called it a day. So that's when I started exploring other avenues and I came across Ayurveda. So I've been going for the last 26 years consecutively to Ayurveda Shala in Portugal. And there for the first 3 years, they experimented on me with some skin creams, and finally they came up with a medicine called Sorocate that treats psoriatic arthritis. So I'm completely off of all the allopathic meds, even the Ayurvedic meds. 3 years it took for complete curing. So the markers and all are completely gone now. So I still go consecutively every year for the Panchakarma. So that's been my journey, and it's been very successful. And Ayurveda Shala is a 123-year-old institution, so they're doing something right. And I'm a living example that it works. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a great example, and you can see that how Ayurveda can help people with skin disorders. I have gone through so many patients who came to me. I work with an allopathic doctor. So the same patient came to me. Before that, she went to that doctor. I'm not telling, but whatever she recommended, that was recommended by any allopathic doctor. She recommended a steroid cream for her. What happened to her? Her skin in the nails was getting damaged. And the first layer and the second layer was almost damaged, and she was feeling very irritation. And whenever she touches anything, it irritates. She can't even touch it. The feel of that was totally gone. The doctor was always recommending her to take the steroid cream, and she used it for 3 weeks. But she was also my patient because I have helped her with other issues. So after finishing that cream, when she didn't got relief from that, she came to me. And I looked into her condition and I asked her, as we all ask from the Ayurvedic point of view, what are you using? What are you going through it? What are the things that you are touching? Why it is getting worse and why you are getting it again and again? She talked to me about everything what she do. And what I found in her whole diet is she was using a beef product. A beef product, there is so many beef products in market which people use for skin glow. And we also use it like ghee, dal, basa matcha. It comes under our matcha. But the beef product which she was using was very hard on her skin. And that is creating more problem. I stopped that thing and I told her to just clean that skin with Triphala water and just use ghee on it. Triphala being a very good anti-inflammatory, it reduced the inflammation from that area, and the ghee being the nourishing thing, it repaired that skin. Even after one week, she applied me that and she told me that her whole skin was repaired. So the way we apply the things is, I'm not saying that allopathic people do it wrong, but the thing what we apply on the patient is basically what their prakriti is, what the condition is, and what is going on with that. That we all treat. The other patient I want to talk about, there was a patient who was having atopic dermatitis and she was having a lot of oozing coming out. The doctor prescribed her. It was going towards impetigo. And when we treat impetigo, we have to give some antibiotics. She has taken all the antibiotics. She has done all the things what she can do. She has done whatever process the doctor told her. But it was not relief. It was again coming up and it was relapsing again and again. The same thing I did. I just applied the Triphala water cleaning up, and after that, I just applied the ghee on it, and it was all cured. So it's a real story because I know these two patients very close to my heart, so I'm going to share that thing. Even in the hospitals, we use wash. Wash is a liquid which is used in the hospital to treat most of the wounds. But the wash is the hydrochloric acid. And the hydrochloric acid is surely produced by our body, but from the stomach. It's not from the skin. But wash is used for cleaning all the wounds. And it has shown great results also. It has a lot of researches, if you will go through it, there's a lot of research on wash. And they are really helpful. And the pH of the wash is 5. And they are using that pH because it is acidic and it kills the infection. That's why they are using it. On the same time, if you use Triphala water, which is also proven to be anti-inflammatory, other infectious and everything. If you use the Triphala water in the same place, it has much better result and it gets the result very faster than the wash. Wash takes longer time to repair the skin or just for the cleaning they surely use it. But Triphala water gives better result than that. That is the thing I really want to share. The other thing which I want to share is 1 minute now. Since I was not prepared for the slides, so go to about this. So when we talk about the integrative approach, I know a lot of can't go directly to the patient. But to a lot of patients who has liver issues, who has other issues, we can surely cure their skin with Ayurvedic formulas, with by knowing their Prakriti, by cleaning, by guiding them properly in that particular direction. Because most of the patients who come with the skin disease, skin problems actually, the skin problems are not never related only with the skin. It's always internal. It's always internal. You will have only skin problem when you get burned, when you get a bite, insect bite or something like that. But if you are coming to us for the psoriasis, dermatitis, or any type of other skin problems, it's always internal. So first you have to treat internally to treat them from outside. That's, I always say to the patient that you have to treat your lifestyle, your diet, your way of living, everything which will help your skin to glow or to treat better or to look better. Integrated point of approach, smiling can help your skin for sure. Any type of emotional stress, if you are relieved from that type of stress, that can surely help your skin to glow. Yoga, breathing exercises for sure, because if you breathe properly, what happens? You are getting more fresh oxygen. Fresh oxygen is needed for every cell of your body, and that can make your skin glow better. Meditation surely is one of the next step, which if you follow regularly, your skin will always glow. So yeah, that's my only giveaway from the skin point of view from my side. Thank you. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. Yes.
So what's your perspective on the skin microbiome through the Ayurvedic lens?
You have to surely make the microbiome balanced. If you are reducing any doshas in that and increasing any doshas, it can surely got an imbalance. So you have to maintain that microbiome. And I think Trifla is Vata Kapha Shama. It is not only Vashama or Pitta Shama or Kapha Shama. So I think Trifla maintains that thing very well. That's what I think. If anyone else has a better answer, you can give. We all are Ayurvedic physicians or Ayurvedic practitioners.
No, I mean my point was, there are like layers even.
Yeah, there are several layers.
Vashini, Shweta, Tamra, Lohita, and all
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
So I was wondering that how the skin microbiome could have been defined in terms of Ayurvedic paribhasha.
I think I don't have an answer for you right now, but maybe I will think over it and I can give you the better answer. But yes, there are pressure injuries which can be cured with Ayurveda too. The first stage pressure injury or the second stage pressure injuries, we can surely cure with Ayurveda. Jatyadi Dal have shown so much great results on pressure injuries. If anyone want to use that in their practice, and I think that really works much better on the skin conditions. Yeah. Yes.
See, we have the food, if you look at, especially in the United States, most 90% is junk.
Yes.
Okay, we eat here. Now, also world, globally, we are eating junk. In India also, a lot of junk food as well. Now, we are looking at a very reduction mechanism of introducing one component that will cure skin, right? But do you suggest any elimination diet for a patient, not just the Ayurvedic, but elimination diet for curing? Because I see conditions, especially when they eat fish, meat, etc., they immediately see the effect. Next week I see acne conditions, all kind of conditions happening in the, and I stop that, they get cured. So have you specifically seen that food has impacted the skin?
Yes, for sure. Food affects all types of skin diseases. We shouldn't stop using the dahi. Dahi is thought like that is I lost the dahi name. But so dahi we usually stop it because it is seen to be ushna in Prakriti than cooler, and the skin is a area of Bhajat Pitta. So we have to work on the things which reduces the Pitta. Anything katu, tishta, kashai, which is anything katu, kashai, I think that can be a good, thick and kashai will be good for your skin than any other thing like katu thing. So any katu thing, any mirch masala thing, any type of spices, any like hard spices should surely be stopped. Other thing which I usually tell them to focus on their diet when they are eating, because digestion also comes under pitta. So if they are eating very late in the night or something like that, that can also disturb their digestion and that can aggravate the pittas. So I surely suggest that. Other food products, only mostly the katu things, only the dictionary. Those things I only usually stop them. And try to make their agni stronger, deepen pachan, which we always do, to improve their digestion. That helps a lot for the patient who are undergoing any skin diseases. Yes.
You said there's a research study on brain and skin axis. What is the Ayurvedic perspective on true autoimmune disorders such as like eczema, psoriasis, and autism, ADHD, ADD?
Mostly we start with any disease. As I told you that everything will start from the gut, as everyone knows that. So we always try to treat the underlying cause. What is the underlying cause? The skin is a reflection of the disease. The skin is not the disease itself is starting. Since it's reflection, what disease is going inside your body. If you have even nephrotic syndrome, you will feel puffiness on the skin. It's not the skin problem, it's the kidney problem. So we have to treat the problem first to treat the skin. So brain and when you talk about the brain and the skin axis, we all know that the skin and the nervous system grows together when in the embryonic stage. So when the skin and the brain grows together, skin and the nervous system grows together in the embryonic stage, their development and their process of feeling anything will be same almost. So when you talk about, can you repeat the question one more time so that I can answer it much
The
better?
Ayurvedic perspective on this brain and skin.
Okay, so yes. So in that way, we will always try to improve your brain functioning by doing the Shirodhara, by doing other treatment which we do for the, like meditation, the first thing which you can do by yourself. Shirodhara you can't do by yourself, but meditation you can do by yourself. Breathing exercises all improves the brain functioning. When your brain functioning, your limbic system works better, your sympathetic and parasympathetic system works better, your whole body process works better. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Again, any questions, more questions, please feel free to email us at info@flayurveda.com and we'll be happy to come by.